I'm standing. I have no chair. Alright, we are upstairs in the new Famous Faces and Funnies. Get your fun on. I'm Sebastian Petroni. Behind the camera is Big Sexy Dave. This is F3G2, and you are watching some form of the Gonna Geek Network. Alright, let's review some comical books so I can go pick up my wife and not be killed. Superman, Batman, number 22, Justice continues the new powered down Superman meeting the new Gordon in a mech suit. Robo-Bat. And we're just about to have a walkthrough in the middle of the show, because why the hell not? So ignore that, it's a work in progress. Basically what this does is it serves to remind you that this is neither the Superman nor the Batman you remember. Batman 42 was really good. We get the death and life of the first new Batmobile of the new Batman. There's a whole lot going on. Ultimately, I like everything, and then little nagging questions pop up in the back of my head. Like, for example, where the hell are they getting all this this money? Gotham doesn't seem like the richest city in the DCU, and yet somehow they rattle off numbers like it's 15 mil for the for the Batmobile that basically is born and dies in this issue. It's a Bat truck. We get the introduction, not of the character, but we now know what's going on with Mr. Bloom, who is going to be Gordon Bat's first villain of all his own. And we find out, in case you haven't figured it out yet, that yes, Julia, who goes by the name of like Julia something in this, turns out to actually be it's Alfred's daughter. She's working, and we get a little bit more of Bruce, including everything's coming together. There's Duke Thomas, who is part of the We Are Robin, and he's been in the Bat book before, and Bruce is just hanging out, helping out at like a some kind of shelter kind of deal. And then it's him and Gordon meeting for the first time since everything went down. So, what else? Oddly, this next book was one of my favorite books of the week, and that's, Archie. The new Archie #1, written by Mark Waid, art by Fiona Staples. Mark Waid, as we know, is one of my favorites. Fiona Staples, yes, everybody in here looks, it's so great because Saga came out this week too, and everybody in here has those same kind of eyes and feel like it looks like at any moment you're going to find out that, Archie's got wings and Betty's got little horns. Veronica hasn't been introduced yet. She's just moving in. It's a great setup for the new status quo. Very Saved by the Bell. Archie kind of talks to you in the beginning and the end. And then Jughead. Mark Waid makes Jughead, boom. He's hardly in this book, but when he is, he's automatically my favorite character. So I'm hoping that carries through to Chip Zdarsky's Jughead, more than burgers, but mostly burgers. But this was great. This was beautiful. This was fun. I like these kids. So, well done. Saga. Man, nothing ever goes right for these people. And then, what's truly heartbreaking is this is the issue before the next planned hiatus. This one does come with, in the back, there is the hiatus survival guide that includes everything from reread old Saga, buy new Saga crap because they're going to start putting out a whole bunch of licensed Saga stuff, build a religious shrine to Fiona Staples, bring Brian K. Vaughan gin and contraband, so that's good. Buy other comics from the rest of the Saga family, take the BuzzFeed which Saga character are you, go see the movie Ex Machina, which has nothing to do with BKV's comic, but of the same name. But apparently, it's his favorite movie of the year. So that's cool. Some reunions. Some go better than others. Some not quite so reunions, and a whole lot of death. Spider-Man does whatever 3 comics can. Actually, Spidey's all over the place in these. Renew Your Vows. Loving it. So sad that he's not going to be doesn't look like he's bringing MJ back with him post this, but we get Power Pack. Apparently, in a world where the Avengers and the X-Men have been destroyed, Power Pack and Spider-Man survive on. And D-Man, at least temporarily. What was I going to say? This is almost like what if Peter Parker is like Marvel's Dan Slott's version of Mark Waid's Empire. But, you know, there's the guy, he stole everybody's powers, he takes out everything, he's ruling the world, and...
that's a lot of overlap.
And then Peter Parker is trying to keep... Not because he doesn't want to play the hero, but because getting himself caught and killed will lead to getting his daughter caught and killed. So he tries to avoid that. Let's see. Spider-Verse. Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider-Ham, likes bacon-flavored ice cream and eats barbecue pork sandwiches because, as he puts it, look, I'm clearly more highly evolved than the pigs in your world, and you guys eat monkeys. And Spider-Gwen's like, we don't eat monkeys, and he's like, whatever. It's not the same thing. Also, they finally meet a version of the actual Peter Parker, and if you're spiders, no matter how nice he seems, never trust an Osborn. Don't do it. Spider Island, actual main character. Look, you got all these people on the cover, but don't you believe it. It's all about Agent Venom, because so far it appears, at least, that the Spider-Man himself was killed in this particular world. But an Humberto Ramos, sexy jumping Mary Jane, I guess, rates a cover. Nothing to do with the comic, but Mary Jane in thigh-high socks and a spider tank jumping, because sales. Spider Hulk is the best. He just gets confused and is whatever. Agent Venom is a thinker. It's good. I like all of the... I would read ongoings of all of the Battle World Spider books. I just would. Secret Wars 2099. Avengers 2099 versus Defenders 2099. Silver Surfer gives 0 fucks. And Miguel Stone, not Miguel O'Hara, is willing to bite the Hulk to get his point across. Point. It's good. This was awesome. Lando #1 is everything I wanted it to be. It's Alex Maleev on art and Charles Soule writing, and it's Lando being a scoundrel, baby. He's doing what he does. He's schmoozing and he's playing, and it isn't going well because it's pre-Cloud City, baby. It's just him, and he doesn't have Chewbacca. No, he's got Lobot as his personal Chewbacca, and it's a lot easier to talk to. Doesn't need annoying droids. Lobot's plugged into the system. It all works, baby. We can get ourselves a Colt 45, and we can, be the DA in Gotham City. But it's cool. It's so good.
You done, Billy D?
I think I'm done. I was in a zone then.
Yeah, you were.
But he gets so shafted. The assignment he's given. First, he steals this thing to try and cut his debt back, and the guy that he gives it to, that he has his own, this debt to, tells him, oh, well, that was stolen from me. You're returning that, so I'm just going to give you 10% off. And then he sends him on a mission to steal an Imperial ship. Belongs to somebody high up in the Imperial Senate. What's the big deal? Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. By the end of the issue, he doesn't know it yet, but he's stolen Emperor Palpatine's pleasure ship.
Oops.
No good can come of anything in that sentence.
No.
Suicide Squad. The new take is that in this issue, the least asshole character is Captain Boomerang.
What?
And as a result of being being Captain Boomerang, he manages to be the least asshole character in the most asshole way, and it doesn't look like he and Black Manta are going to be friends. JLA. It's beautiful to look at. It's good to read. It should have been done really just as a standalone trade. I don't know if this is ongoing. It's like before Convergence, New 52 continuity, but as we know, this isn't lining up with what's going on in regular Justice League, which is also New 52 continuity before Convergence. So it's kind of like its own little thing, which makes it feel like it should have been its own little original graphic novel or something. It's good, and it's beautiful to look at. I love Brian Hitch, but at the same time, everything about it feels like this has no substance. You know what I mean? Like no
Permanence?
Yeah, it just feels like this is its own little. This will begin, this will end, and it will impact nothing.
And it will be done.
Yeah. So JLU, very trippy, very very Vertigo JLU.
Really?
Kind of, which is weird because it got more Vertigo without Jeff Lemire. Beautiful, beautiful art. Travel Foreman just does amazing stuff, and Jeremy Cox colors. Beautiful, especially there's some trippy stuff in here, like Adam Strange is stuck in the Zeta. And that's what they're trying to do, is they're doing like little piecemeal missions that they don't fully understand, but in the end should help get him out of the Zeta and avoid several other threats. So they're pulling in and getting people. They put together their team for this mission. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so good that right now, you know, and it even fits into like, you know, they recruit Mira. And all Mira wants to do is know where Aquaman is. Not because, you know, oh, my husband, but because, oh, I want to kill him because that's his status quo in the Cullen Bunn Aquaman. Harrow County, creepy, but just because you're technically the reincarnation of an evil witch doesn't mean you have to be an evil witch yourself. Though you are inclined, that option is there, you can hold out. Skinless boys will do their damnedest to protect you. Your father will do his damnedest to kill you, but he will feel bad about it. And your friends will be creeped the fuck out. Also, Haints, which are like flaming skeleton ghosts in this particular moment, can't tell you that you're doing everything wrong. So good. So creepy. Cullen Bunn, Tyler Crook, gorgeousness. If you're into creepy, this is your comic. The Fox, if you're into funny, this is your comic. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's family, it's weirdness, it's superheroics, it's danger, and it is a gorgeousness. Totally not the cover I wanted. Critter. Alright, Critter is back. These reprint the original run from Big Dog Inc. Now that Big Dog Inc. and Aspen have made the big merge. Also, there's a backup story that finally gives us we all knew that Paradox was a bad guy, but now we know that he's a dick. And we get a little more specifics to his bad guy dickosity. Eventually, Cat 5 will appear in there, so I'm buying these all again. We'll probably buy the new version of the trades, because they're good. But hey, my girl's gonna make an appearance. Invader Zim. If you like the cartoon, you love this. It's awesome. You read it all in their voices. It's Johan Vasquez writing it, and Aaron Alexovich doing the art. It's you know, like they keep doing all those old canceled shows, get like comics that are called like the next season. This is like, you know, the next season whatever of Invader Zim. It's perfect. Gotham Academy is one of the most beautiful and well-written comics in the DCU. It fits in the New 52 continuity. It fits in beautifully, but also I wouldn't care if it didn't. This is so great. This is like all the best aspects of things like, Harry Potter and series of unfortunate events and Morning Glories in Gotham, and it's so good. You got a kid Dr. Langstrom is a science teacher, and now you've got a kid who's trying to get he's a man bat. He turns into a man bat, not full on man bat. He's kind of like he's more human than the man bat form normally is, but that's his deep dark secret. Earth 2 Society continues to make me think, what the hell happened to what was once my favorite thing about the DCU, about the New 52? It's just a hot mess. Civil War #1 was amazing. Charles Soule on the story, Lionel Francis Yu. This is like some of Charles Soule's best writing in the Marvel Universe. It's gorgeous. It is amazing. You've got America is split down the middle. Like 2 nations now, one called the Iron, which is run by Iron Man, and one called the Blue, which is run by Captain America, who points out to Tony that, look, I didn't name my country after me, you know. But clearly they're being played against each other, but they're more than willing to buy into the fact that, you know, and each blame the other one. So clearly someone else has an agenda that is keeping this going. But it was awesome. 1872 #1, I think one of my new faves of the Battle World comics. It's just a Western. Marvel reimagined as a Western in a town called Timely. Mayor Fisk. Everything's run by the cruel Roxxon Silvermine Company. There's a map for that alone. You want to know what the water-stained place says, but you don't. But you've got the Parker Homestead, the Alexander Farm, the Black Bolt Ranch, M. Rambo, S. Stearns, the Bog, S. Wilson. See all these people's names? N. Richards, B. Morse. You know, all these people got their little towns. Then the Murdoch, Nelson, and Owlsley attorneys at law. Mr. Fixit's apothecary and Banner sole proprietor. B. Banner sole proprietor. So a throwback to the Mr. Fixit and Banner messing with stuff he shouldn't. It's just so good. Ben Urich is in there writing for his little newspaper, but in the pocket of Wilson Fisk. It's awesome. It's awesome. Starfire. Fun during a hurricane. Saving a parrot. Doing what she does. It continues to be. It's just a husband and wife team having fun writing the hell out of this. Because it's Connor and Palmiotti. It's gorgeous. It's well written. Sometimes it almost goes too far with making her the innocent, naive character that they've turned her into. But I'd rather they go too far that way than too far with the uber slut they turned her into for for the other stuff. Section 8, All-Star Section 8. They tried to recruit Green Lantern, and I know everybody loves it. I'm going to go out on record. I don't really care about the Section 8 characters. I keep trying to because everybody else does, but I don't. Constantine #2 was really, really good. And within it, they talk about, Constantine's an echo of what he used to be, and he needs it. And they mean power level and, skill level and whatever. But at the same time, it's almost like, a nice wink to, look, we know this isn't the Hellblazer you were used to over at Vertigo, and we're trying to get him back to something closer. So it's really kind of meta. Who's writing this? Ming Doyle, which is fun to say. Ming Doyle and James Tynion, and we know I love James Tynion. And Riley Rossmo is growing on me art-wise. I mean, he's good, but there's still that kind of almost, what did I say, like that Astro Boy hair going on. And also something about the eyes. Everybody's eyes look like this all the time. And it can't, even when they're not, they're just something about the way they're drawn. They all look like they're very intense. But it's a minor foible. Age of Apocalypse. I didn't like the original Age of Apocalypse. So I read this and it was okay. Dirk Gently, if you're a fan of the books, the comic is just as good. He's drawn to look oddly like a cross between David Tennant's Doctor Who and a young Morrissey. Go figure. And Bloodshot Reborn. continue. He picks up somebody that new character, a woman named Magic, and he's like, no one's name is Magic, mine is. And apparently, according to him, this is the beginning of the end for him. Because if you're supposed to be a mindless killer, I guess love is not really in the cards for you. But all right, so they're still moving things around. We will see you next week, and peace.
Thanks for watching another video from Gonna Geek. If you like geeky stuff, check out our podcast network, our news and articles, and our community forums. You can find it all at GonnaGeek.com, like us at Facebook.com/GonnaGeek, tweet us at GonnaGeek, subscribe to our YouTube channel at YouTube.com/GonnaGeek, and check out our live programming at GonnaGeek.com/live.